Thank the gods the weather's cleared up now, so I can actually see a bit better. Okay, so back to the quest at hand. Hello. Jeez, that view is amazing. Look at that. That's why it's called Ark. Huh. It's in the shape of a boat, I suppose, like an ark. That houses people. Noah's Ark style. Ah, I see your nest now, sir. How the heck do I get up to there, though? Maybe I can just jump, grab it. Or I can maybe get to it from this angle. Yeah, this angle works. If Lord Pi would work with me. Yeah. Right, so we've got your two nests. Already got that one down there. I'll check on down that way. See if there's anything there that's hammerbird-like. They sure love to put up their crucified captives or whatever they are, don't they? Ooh, the watermill. I discovered you. And I'm gonna steal your wheat. Or harvest your wheat. Because it says I can. I don't see any hammerbirds around here. Well, at least initial glances, initial impressions say that's the case. Some king crabs, but that's about it. Don't think you're a hammerbird. No, you're a bit too far, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, look at this, boys. Nessus Garm. Interesting. Helmet. Wowsy wow wow. Oh gods. Oof. Oh shit, that destroys your health. Oh my. Well, I thought the health would come back after a bit. Good thing I've got a lot of bread and stuff and such. And we can have a look at what we got out of that endeavor. Oh, light armor, damn. Mentalism spells cost... It's a nemesis garb. Mentalism spells cost 7% less mana to cast. Psionic spells cost 8% less mana to cast. Mana regenerates 6% faster. Elementarism spells cost 5% mana, less mana. I honestly think that light armor is the way to go now. That's gonna be all the stuff that I need. And Rune Helm of Burek. Block 11% more damage to your shield, but I don't use shields. I don't think I've gone too far down the road of heavy armor, have I? I've only like thrown a few points into it. Let's just have a look. Oh. So it's 18, so I've put 3 points into it so far, which is nothing really. Light armor's 15 right now, so it needs to be put up. Arcane Fever is 8%, that's fine. Health is going up. Mana? Yeah, health could probably use a bit more of a bump when I level up. And skill point wise, I don't think I've put anything to it yet. Apart from the whole entire, it weighs less point. So I think I might start investing in light armor just because it seems to be a lot better for what I'm going with, the way it's shaping up. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So Nemesis Garb. Oh, and that just looks freaking sweet as balls too. Look at that. That is very nice. What's this one do again? Increases manas by 7 points versus heavy armor by 5 points. So that's the thing which is going to be 5 points. Gives me extra health as well. Nah, I like this one. Looks much better. Increases mana by 12 points. Yeah, that sounds pretty good as opposed to the 4% faster regen. Yeah. This is something that's going to work out much better, I think. Sure, I've lost a few points. And a memory point, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, huh? Sayonara! Sayonara! Why don't you talk to me ever? I really want to chat to you, girl. You're very unique.
So, any luck?
I found these. Do they look like the ones you're after?
Yes, that's them. Marvelous, truly marvelous. Here, you have earned yourself that. Now, he only has to... Yes, that should do it. Say, friend, would you be willing to help him a little further? Depending on how well the breeding of these eggs goes, he would like to experiment with other breeds too. Firefinches, leaf gulls, and peak dashers, to call them by name. Bring him their eggs too, and you will be rewarded.
Let's see, 19 Enderal pennies gained. That's diddly for what we had to do. And that's it? Shit. 5 inches, leaf gulls, and peak dashes. Understood, but that may take a while.
Yes, he knows, but he will wait here for you. Good luck, and thank you.
Gather 4, 4, and 4. Oh, I can't chat to him anymore. So, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? 90 coins for that, the effort it took to get all that stuff. That is diddly. Wanted on behest of the Holy Order, Brigand Croco stands accused of multitude of vile crimes, among them plundering, multiple murder, robbery and vile speech against Malphus, the Lightborn, and the Holy Order itself. Clues that result in his arrest will be generously recompensed by the city guard. I'm actually pretty sure that was a thing that we already did, or we read. Fairly sure.
Monsieur?
Monsieur? Right, I'm not going to do that anymore just yet. Yeah, let's go talk to Jespar, actually. Yeah. Well, actually, we got daylight to burn, so... So what have we got? No, I don't think so. You know what? Let's go talk to Jespar. That seems like a reasonably easy quest to do right now, after all the effort we went through to get those eggs. Yeah, pop the compass back on. Holy mackerel. Hey! Hey! What are you doing on Butt Stallion?
A fellow traveler. Ha! Greetings.
Gotta be careful, baby. Matey. Alithor.
Look at that. A fellow traveler. You have? Well, sure. Let me see. Or tell me what you need.
Do you have any apprentice books in light armor? Actually, rhetoric's pretty good. 16 buckaroos. Depth book and rhetoric as well. You know what? We're gonna buy that. How much money do you have? 318 gold. Okay. You can take my Sonic's book, I suppose. Yeah. I have no real use for these yet. Having said that, I maybe should have actually held on to them just in case I wanted them. And maybe just put them in storage or something. Oh well, just the way the cookie crumbles. Gods. Sells for diddly. Actually, why am I selling him stuff when I've already got like books of rhetoric? Oh, an apprentice book of rhetoric at least. That's 19 now, and you go up to 50. Okay. I really don't need the block one at all. Block is something I've probably never used.
You have? Well, sure. Let me see. Or tell me what you need.
Oh, he's got ambrosia. 211 buckaroos though. Crikey. Yay, 38. Reinforced leather shield. I had 2 of you, didn't I? Yes. And increasing health by 10 points. I got this, the other thing for that actually. You I can sell for a fair bit, so goodbye. And these rings sell for a fair bit too. Oh, it's got no more money. Thanks, buddy.
Walk blessed.
My sir.
Yeah. I do think that light armor is probably the better way to go with this regard. Which makes me want to also get some books on the light armor to help me out a bit.
As I said, the offer stands. Just think about it, okay?
I will. Take care.
Ooh, yes, of course you'd say that.
Hello?
Huh?
What are you doing talking to Kim for? Kim? Are you cheating on me with more booties?
Come on, take a seat. So, tell me, how are you holding up? It must have been quite the whirlwind. Yesterday, a refugee from another country, and now a prodigy with a magic great enough to impress old Bushybeard.
Honestly, I'm just trying to make sense of all this.
Good luck with that. I'm quite curious to see how things keep on with you. You're different. I noticed that the time we met. Anyhow, tell me, what do you make of this country now that you've had some time to look around? I figure it must be quite the change from Nehrim.
Tell Jesper about recent events. Well, you're right about that.
Shoot. Yeah, I can picture that. You know, this is exactly the reason why I love inns so much. The sky can rain fire out there. In here, you'll always meet laughter and good humor. Not to mention all the good-looking men and women.
Some of the ladies are not to be scoffed at indeed.
Absolutely. Though I think I've seen enough of this place by now. Of Enderal, I mean. There's a ship sailing for Calais next morning, and as it seems, it will be the last one for quite some time to come. Who knows? Maybe they still have a cabin to spare for a handsome treasure hunter.
Kim's leaving us? What? You want to leave? In spite of all that's happening?
Oh well. This entire thing was more a coincidence than planned anyhow. The Order needed someone with skill and discretion, and I was around. End of story. I never intended to stick around for much longer. Heck, me as an ambassador of the Holy Order, could you imagine that? Not one step further, O fair maiden. Drop your garments so we may both bathe in Malphas's holy light. Actually not that bad, don't you think?
Not at all. It's very convincing.
Oh, you're too kind. But you know, at the end of the day, I guess I'd probably lack both the pathos and the idealism for such a profession. You know, I'm aware of how these esteemed keepers up there talk about sellswords like me. I could save 30 virgins from a Myrmidon rampage. At the end of the day, they'd always say I did it for the money, because I wanted to bed the women, or whatever. I'm driven by inferior motives. While no matter what their actions end in, they are good guys, because they do things for the right reasons. If only they'd understand that it's results that matter, not intentions. What does the wise hermit say? Nothing is of less importance to the saved than the reason for their rescue. The only difference between a mercenary like me and a holy warden is that I'm at least aware of the fact that I do what I do for myself, and no one else.
What exactly are you trying to say, Kim?
I'm trying to say that all those heroes and self-declared messiahs are no better than everyone else. In the end, we are all selfish, because we always act in accordance to what we think we have to be like. So yes, maybe the keeper saves the farmer from the bandits. But at the end of the day, he does it because he sees himself in a certain light. You know, the funny thing is that a lot of times, it's especially those who think of themselves driven by a higher purpose who are the really dangerous ones. They don't understand what drives them, and that makes them easy to manipulate. The only thing left to do for the capable hate-monger or tyrant is to somehow combine his own ambitions with the mental image of this person. And presto, you've got your perfect puppet, only waiting to dive into the next hail of arrows for their honor, their religion, or whatever they thought of this time. It's just so idiotic, you know? The world would be a much better place if everyone could just acknowledge that the only reason we're here is that we want to be happy.
Okay, so there's sense in that, I'll admit. I couldn't agree more. I don't know, but to me, seeing the world like that sounds kind of empty. Or there's more. Oh, we can ask questions, okay. So what you're saying is that in the end, every person wants to just be happy? That's the purpose of life?
Yeah. Seek bliss and avoid pain, as the wise hermit likes to say. And believe me, once you realize that that's how people just work, life is a lot better.
But you have to have some kind of goal in your life, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I do. And this goal is called surviving. And if possible, to be able to enjoy a good glass of wine or an exciting night from time to time.
Just to be clear, what you're saying is that we're all egotists. Just to be clear, what you're saying is that we're all egotists, even the people others call heroes.
Oh, Blazes, you make it sound so dramatic. Doing something for your own sake doesn't make you selfish. But yeah, basically that's it.
How can you be so sure there's no other purpose in our life? No other reason for our existence?
I don't know. Call it a feeling. But if there is such a thing as a universal point to our lives, then I'm pretty sure we won't find it within the pre-digested philosophies or religions most people believe in. And hey, I'd be the last one to reject this great truth if she were to knock on my door, naked and tits jiggling. But until then, I'd rather try and find my own answers.
Fair enough, Kim. Fair enough. There's sense in that, I'll admit.
Really? I was half expecting you to throw insults at me. That's what people usually do when I tell them that. But I guess life is full of surprises. Anyway, I'll take my leave now. I very much enjoyed our talk. But the ship to Killet leaves before the first cocks crow tomorrow, and I want some more time to think about it.
For what it's worth, I wouldn't mind if you stayed. The city needs more good-looking mercenaries. Good-looking. Yeah, Kim. Tested pretty well.
I've most recently gained a good-looking Nehrimese man. Maybe that'll make up for when I leave. Keep your chin up.
Mate, I look like the Hulk. I'm not gonna get anything.
Oh, yes. Of course you'd say that.
Just where did I put it?
I can't take the cabbage because it's not mine. But we ate stuff and we're well sated. And so many more things to do, hey? Butcher of Ark, find those. Does that actually give me a quest marker? I hope it doesn't. It'd be good if you could just, you know, have to scour the world. Good, it doesn't, from what I can see. So it says, traveling salesman Bulbert asked for my help after he gave me a learning book free of charge. Apparently his sister Scylla hid the key to the vault in which the heritage of the Foxhand is. According to Morbid's stories, Scylla is a failed existence who is spending her money on the Glimmer Cup Dust, a dangerous droga. Morbid wants me to meet Scylla in the Undercity so that I can get the key from her. My methods of doing so is entirely up to myself. What the hell is that?
Yes, you should go into the Whisperwood and see what you can find in the old fortress. I'll wait for you in the Undercity, in my laboratory.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're the guy who does the thingies. That's true. I did agree to help you out, but it's not gonna happen for a while.
Huh? Can I help you?
Not really. Right, I need to go to
Yes?
the marketplace. Maybe marketplace? We'll check the marketplace. I want to find some skill books, pretty much. Who would sell books?
Yeah, you just have to live with it.
Just how it is.
Forge? No, that wouldn't be it. Taylor probably would have a quest for me.
You
Misha.
heard? Nehrim has been united again. But their leader must be a monster. They say he's crucifying priests and burning down temples.
Hot
I'm not
diggity.
surprised that the gods have turned their backs on them.
That's pretty intense, isn't it?
Bananas, the freshest fruit.
Yeah, this place is
right from the
not what I'm
farmer's
looking for.
homestead.
It's all just
Hungry for our season.
food items and such.
Scrolls, potions.
Although you sell random assortments. Do you sell information?
Information? What do you mean?
Give 25 pennies, I guess. I'm an adventurer. I'd wager that you, as a merchant, overhear a lot of useful things.
Let me see. That's not very much, but fine. A couple of moons ago, I had a really strange guy as a customer. He wore two sabers, like those coal people do, but when he moved, he was really swift about it, like he was some kind of thief. I think he was an assassin, as they call them. Quiranian contract killers. You can hide within a fortress, but they'll find you. Somehow break into your room and kill you in your sleep. And unlike those everyday scroungers, they know how to wield a sword, like Loram Waterblade did. Who knows? Maybe that'll help you.
Thanks, mate. Rachel told me about an assassin who is proficient in both sneaking and fighting. Well, that doesn't help me too much, but yeah.
Just put them out for you to look at.
Hungry for our
Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
scrolls.
Well, I want to see if you have books. Apprentice books, preferably. On... Oh, rhetoric. buy 5. Yeah, 5. Okay, pickpocket, mentalism, lockpicking, handcraft. Ooh, elementarism. Yes. And you got some expert books, unfortunately. Foreman book. Ah, 100, okay. Master. Master! Nothing about light armor, unfortunately.
Walk.
Walk blessed. So, printer's book and rhetoric.
Blessed.
Okay. 6 crafting points. Rhetoric is 24 now. Which is good. Sehr good.
That's just stupid.
What do you sell?
Greetings. Do you need a potion to refresh your stamina, or are you a user of the arcane arts? I have all you'll ever need.
How's business?
Oh, how nice of you to ask. I can't complain. I suppose the wars in Calais and Kira make it harder to get your hands on certain wares. But still, life's good. Definitely more comfortable than my time on the road, though.
Your time on the road? You were homeless?
What? No, I was a vagabond, as people like to say. A traveling mage.
Figures. How did you become a vagabond?
You know, I grew up in a village near Duneville. Actually, I had a pretty good childhood there. But when I discovered my magical gifts, well, let's just put it this way. It changed how people treated me. Even my own parents. I just felt the need to, I don't know, get out. See some of this world. So after I did the passage to the water, that is, after the Order taught me how to use my magic path, I decided not to return to my village and packed my traps and hit the road. Kind of bold, yes. But back then, I didn't care. But I digress.
Ooh, knowledge. You did the passage to the water. How was that?
Hard. The Arcanist made it clear that we stood at the crossroads. Either we learn to control the magic, or we become outlaws. It was not a pleasant time, I can tell you that much. The keepers were extremely strict, and you learn to be independent, to not get too close to anybody. But no offense, that's a very personal topic.
Fair enough. What happened to the people who didn't make it through the passage?
As I said, I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
What did you mean by the people you... What did you mean by people treated you differently back in your village?
Well, they weren't exactly hostile to me, but it was the small things. Looks, talk going on behind my back. Over time, that just gets to you. But you know, I don't think I can blame them. Especially with the village folk. The word magic is always mentioned together with wild magic, Orbeus, and devastated cities. And all of a sudden, here I am, suddenly one of them who can do those things, even though I don't have Eterna blood. How is that supposed to fit into their worldview? They can't really know better.
What? And you weren't afraid of bandits, or for example?
Well, that's one of the upsides of being an Arcanist. You don't need to be a bulk of muscle to defend yourself against a pack of wolves. Plus, back in those days, the roads were safer by far. All these brigands, the frenzied Vatirs, the lost ones, that's new, for whatever reason.
Fruits, vegetables, bread fresh from
Huh.
heaven.
Still sounds tough.
I probably made it sound worse than it was. I've heard that on Nehrim, magically gifted people get driven out of their village, or worse. I guess I should consider myself lucky.
Show me what you have in stock.
Sure, take a look.
Ooh, elementarism. We'll buy one more of those. Sneak rhetoric. Again. Oh, enchanting. Oh, alchemy. Yeah, let's get those. Why not? Spending lots of money, but whatevs. Loot, master books, medium backpack. Wouldn't mind that, but I can't afford it. Some salt. Yes. So do you have any spell books per chance? You do, right. And you've got better spells than the other person had. Frostwind, Freezing Whirlwind. Okay, yep. Got to a grounding rank 2. Lightning does 15 points of shock damage and half as much mana. Ooh. 124, righto. Ice Spike, yep. Mage Light, creates a magical light for 60 seconds and follows a caster. Buying that for shizzle. Telekinesis, water breathing. Increases armor rating by 53. Oof. Tempting, but I don't have much money left now. Blazing Spark rank 2, is that? Yeah, a bolt of lightning does 42 damage, shock damage, and half as much mana damage. Doesn't say how much it costs to cast it, unfortunately. I'm thinking the grounding one. Well, I can't even afford that actually, so... Converts mana, health to mana, firebolt. Yeah, 15 points of shock damage and half as much to mana per second's pretty sweet. Thank you.
Walk blast.
Okay, so we can learn the Book of Elementarisms. Apprentice Book for Enchanting. Alchemy. Adept is 50, adept. And then our books. Spell Tome. Boom. Now we gotta rethink how we're gonna do everything. So, grounding, 9 points and 2. Get rid of that one. Or I already had Ice Breath. Mage Light for shizzle. So Mystic Sword. No, undo that, I think. Fireball. Yeah, I'll keep you for now. Okay. So grounding rank 2. Okay, so axe. Yep. Grounding. Chain lightning. What's 5? 5 is Soul Trap. 6 is Kim. 7 is Divine Shield. 8 is a torch, but now we got a Mage Light instead. How long does that last for? I forget how much it lasted for.
Walk blast.
60 seconds, I'm pretty sure it said. Yeah, I think we'll make Mage Light 8. And then we'll just have this sitting there as is. What are you doing, Ancestral? I don't even need to use this, do I? Yada yada. Maybe when we get to a point where I've got so much stuff to deal with, I can use that. It'll be good.